The Nancy Rehm Board Awards All-Star Game is in its 21st year, and with every passing year, the founder of the tournament enjoys the popularity he has received, but still remembers the heartache he had to endure before the tournament could take shape. The All-Star Games originated as a way to pay homage to Nancy Rehm, a former Bishop Luers and Indiana Tech basketball standout who was murdered in 1982.
Well, we had snowmobiles at the house, and she always had some girls from the team. If it looked like it was going to be bad weather, they'd want to be at our house, so they always came to our house, and they were snowed in, and so they used the snowmobiles to get to practice, and they went to Indiana Tech and set the snowmobiles out front, and then they had to practice. They came back, and then when they were ready to leave, they were approached by a couple individuals that wanted to steal the snowmobiles. And of course, then Nancy said no, so they had a little fight, and then they pulled out a gun and shot it in the ground a couple times, and then one of them got the keys from the other girls and took off with the snowmobile. Then the other one, Nancy wouldn't let him have the snowmobile, and he took off running. Well, she went after him and caught him, and he just pulled the gun out then and shot her in the head.
After losing his daughter, there was little motivation to do anything, let alone start up a basketball tournament. But the cry was too loud from those that loved Nancy.
Shortly after this happened, the next day, in fact, we had a softball team that we traveled with throughout the country, and they met with us and wanted to do something for us. Well, there was nothing they could do for us. So they said, well, the next day they come back, they said, we want to have a tournament.
The event started in 1982 as a softball tournament, and in 1993 developed into the Nancy Rehm Board Awards Classic as we know it today. 2 All-Star basketball games, boys and girls, from Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, competing for state pride.
You know, at first it was really difficult. It was difficult for the family because they were devastated, but a lot of people were at the time. And so running the tournament was still bittersweet for us. And we thought, well, stop it. Well, then we found out that that wasn't the thing. We were going to go for scholarships. It's going to help a lot of people. So, and there was many articles written about turning tragedy into an asset for the community. So we said, okay, that's just the way we have to set our mind set, that this is for the community, and that's it.
I think it really, mean a lot to like the high school, players. They really look forward to, trying out and making the team, and they have a lot of fun doing it. And the community comes out and supports it really well. The Journal Gazette does a lot of articles about it and everything. And it's been big for our program since it came over here, because it get a lot of kids on campus for the tryouts and the practices and stuff. And it's also been a good moneymaker for us to help increase scholarships and things like that. So that's been really important.
The game's main objective is to give players more exposure for college scholarships. In the last 2 years, the event has handed out nearly $2 million in scholarship money to its participating players.
See, we invite about 100 coaches to the tournament, and they come in and give the scholarships directly to the kids. And that's what we analyze that by. If it's a Division I, we consider it worth $20,000 a year. And then for NAIA, we consider it $15,000. I know it's more than that, but nevertheless, that's what we use for our barometer to tell how many, what value we're bringing into the neighborhood.
I was very excited when I found out I was chosen to be part of the Nancy Rehm. I was very thankful, and I was kind of nervous at the same time, and I didn't know what to expect, but it turned out to be a very good event, and I'm proud to be a part of it. It made me feel great because it gave me the opportunity to come here. Without the Nancy Rehm, I don't know if I would have been here, because I got an athletic scholarship to be here, so I think that really helped.
By providing exposure for its athletes, the game has become a staple in the Fort Wayne community.
I found out that I was picked for the game because my coach told me, and then I found out that I would participate in the game because the names came out in the newspaper. And at Bishop Luers, I had a lot of success. I participated in 3 state championships, only won 1, and when my coach called and told me that I would be a part of Nancy Rehm, it was just a great way to end my senior year.
The ceiling has been set high throughout the first 21 years of the tournament, and soon Tom will pass the torch to Gary Andrews, with hopes to provide more opportunities for our area's basketball players.
It brings in too much money to the area over the time from 1983 till the end of last year. It was well over $22 million of money that came into this area from colleges.
It means a lot. That's Tom. I mean, the name Nancy to Tom is like everything. You just can't even imagine. I mean, he'll talk about how she shoots and stuff like that to this day in all her games. I mean, he's got to memorize in his head. So it means an awful lot that Tom would entrust me on the family legacy like that.